This lesson will help you understand why the management of user IDs and passwords are important components of a total security package. You may not appreciate why they are so important. So let's find out by first looking at user IDs or login IDs and how they can help you test IT security. In this example, a computer system or application could consist of several functions or features that could be applied for each user. These are called user roles. Rather than directly linking a set of roles to an individual user, the roles are linked to a group, meaning any member of that group would inherit the permissions highlighted. In this case, the group is called Customer Service Representative, so that gives you a clue on the type of features they need for their day-to-day work. When any user has passed their basic security course, a system administrator will create a user ID and they would be linked to the group. Each ID is unique and allocated to one person only. We can see that 4 user IDs were created for the Customer Service Representative group. In this example, the selected roles are listed below the group to make them easy to see. These are the only roles they can perform on the system. Your job as a tester is to ensure that a customer sales representative can do their job, but at the same time, they can't access features outside of the job, like creating a loan for a customer or changing other system users' passwords. It will also prevent them from accessing sensitive information they don't need to see. This is a good test of the application's security. Now let's look at other groups to see how they are different. Next is the supervisor role, and 2 user IDs are created for the 2 supervisors in the bank. You will notice that a supervisor can access more roles than a customer service representative, like applying credits on customer accounts and dealing with overdrafts, but they are unable to approve loans. That is reserved for a bank manager who can access any role except the roles reserved for a system administrator. The system administrator group is different. No customer or financial information is visible, but they can manage system users and passwords, as well as having access to database tables. As with the other roles, user IDs will be set up for both these groups. It's okay for testers to have more than one user ID to test these various group configurations. This helps you to ensure that any user can only access the roles they are meant to have. Now let's take a brief look at passwords. But before we go into detail, please remember you are responsible for ensuring that your password is known only to you. So take care not to write it on a post-it pad on your desk. Yes, this has been known to happen. System administrators are generally responsible for setting up password policies on the administration site. This ensures that system users comply with password security requirements. The policy could include ensuring that all passwords are a minimum length, for example, 12 characters. Oops, try again. Passwords contain at least one uppercase character. Wrong again. At least one number, but not sequential or the same, and one special character. For example, symbols like pound, dollar, percentage, and ampersand. Not quite right, but don't get disheartened. Most password policies follow similar rules, so make yourself aware of your company's policy. At last, we have a good password. Be careful not to use obvious passwords like your favorite pet or your mother's name, or have a password starting with a capital letter and ending with the number 1, followed by an exclamation mark. You would be surprised how common this is. Now go and look at your own passwords and ask yourself if they need to be more secure. That's all for now on security, but remember, passwords and user IDs are not our only line of defense. Applications usually sit behind a firewall, and you will need additional passwords or authentication tools, and these restrict access to certain applications or server ports. You will need to get past these before you can even use your user IDs to log into your target application. I will now hand you back to Tony, who will speak about performance testing in his next lesson.
Thanks, Charlie. A couple of great lessons. And thanks for sharing the information. Now it's time to learn a bit more about the various types of performance testing. So join me in the next lesson to hear more. I will see you there. Remember, all lessons are free, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing and allows us to keep creating free content for you.